Hello.
Hi.
Sorry it's been so long since our last update, but we decided to send a video update this time just to catch you up on how things kind of wrapped up with the school year and some highlights and what we're doing this summer. We've been traveling quite a bit and getting our head around having 2 to 3 doctor's appointments a week for our expensive little blessing coming up. So that's exciting.
Yeah, so just to start off, the end of the school year was good. So thank you for praying specifically for our men's and women's events that were going to be happening, especially the overnight ones. So a highlight for the women, and I think for the men too, was just the vulnerability of getting to spend that time overnight and late night conversations of people sharing things that maybe they hadn't shared with anyone before. And just with depth and vulnerability and getting to share in such a place that they felt was safe to share those things.
Yeah, definitely. And those were part of our Noblemen and Women of Valor programs that we were running all semester. They the overnight events kind of served as a capstone conclusion to them. And like Carmen was saying, the same highlight for me, for sure. It was a long week of sleep deprivation. The guys we'd meet every night about 8 p.m. and go till 11 or 11:30, and then we'd start at 6 a.m. And we did that all week, and then it ended Friday night with a 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. on Saturday morning overnight event. And it was a lot of fun. It was exhausting, but yeah, it was great to see all the same things Carmen was talking about with the women playing out with the men. Guys just shared really vulnerably and openly. A specific story from that, the last student to share went on the Friday night, and he had been dreading it all week, did not want to do it, but based on how openly other men had shared, he really opened up and told us about things that he had not planned to tell us about, which was great. At one point, he just with tears in his eyes looked at the older man who had been discipling and mentoring him all semester, or all school year really, and just apologized and said, "I'm so sorry that I've lied to you about this. I just never thought that I'd be able to tell anyone about this." And so that was just really powerful moment to be there and witness that, and to see the men grow in trust and vulnerability with each other as they really grew to love and appreciate one another through that. So that was just a really awesome way to kind of wrap up the school year with the students.
Yeah, thank you also for praying for our regional staff gathering that was at the end of April. We had a fun time with just staff friends from different campuses in our region, as well as just some time thinking about vision and planning and praying for the next school year, specifically with our staff team that we meet with multiple times throughout the week, and we get time with them one-on-one. But it was nice to be able to come together as a group and reflect and begin to pray and plan for the next school year. And that was just a huge blessing. We are really excited because our team will stay the same. So we'll have the same 4 staff with us, which is always great, but especially great with the baby coming in August.
During the first week of classes, supposedly.
First week of classes, we'll see what she decides to do.
That's right.
So that is really, really helpful that we can really plan with them this summer and think through, how to entrust that to them, depending on how much we're able to be there that first week and what, delivery and all of that looks like.
Yep. So we're really thankful for the 4 of them sticking around, and thanks for just praying about all of that. And so as we were reflecting with our staff team over the last year before we started planning for next year, we were just kind of shocked as we thought back over the year and spent time together processing that we came to realize that 5 students had come to know Jesus over the course of the year and given their lives to Christ, surrendered him, began walking with him. So that was amazing. We knew these things were happening and we're celebrating them throughout the year, but we hadn't stopped and maybe gotten that full picture of 5 new people walking with Jesus. So that was amazing. And then also we had 3 other students who had taken significant steps towards knowing Jesus, 2 of whom would have at the beginning of the year I probably identified as atheists, and now really pretty fully convinced that Jesus is Lord and just not sure they're ready to follow him yet. So really excited about that and be praying for those people as well.
Yeah, that's always incredible to see and incredible to reflect on and get to do that together as a staff team. So what are we doing this summer?
Great question.
Yeah, we're not at the program in Florida. the training program that we sometimes help staff. We are in Warrensburg, and we're helping to lead some different Bible studies for students and young staff about identity and sexual health and wholeness, which has been really, really fun. Weirdly enough, maybe sounds like a topic that wouldn't be fun, but has been really enjoyable for both of us. And then we also have some other trainings and things that we're doing this summer, and really planning for fall, like we said, with our staff team, and then on our own as well, thinking through details and lots of things, since there are some unknowns coming up.
Yeah, a couple. And so the last thing then we're doing this summer, which many of you already know about, we're working on just raising some funds, building our support team more. So that's taking up about half of our weekly schedule right now. So we've got a few things we'd love for you to be praying for. The first one is just students, as always. We've got ministry happening here. One of our staff women is kind of in charge of community and things here this summer, which is fun. But it can be hard to stay in touch with students even when they're here for the summer. They just kind of check out and get busy with their own things, and some distance can form. So be praying for close-knit community here, that they would be excited to continue in fellowship and not neglecting to meet together, but coming together and studying the Word, and just continuing to deepen their walks with Jesus. Pray also for our students at Jax. We have 2 at our summer training program in Jacksonville, and so far they've both had a really positive experience. We're really thankful that they're there, and just be praying that would be fruitful, and that they would come back really transformed and excited to minister to their friends and their classmates on campus. And then lastly, on the student department, I'd be praying for students who have just gone home for the summer. For many of them, that's the hardest place they could go. It's just really easy to kind of backslide into maybe high school routines and rhythms and patterns of living. And so just pray that they would be rooted and built up in the faith just as they were taught, abounding in thanksgiving, and that they would really walk faithfully with Jesus this summer, and they would come back in the fall refreshed and ready for the school year.
Yeah, absolutely. We would also ask for your prayers for campus preparations. As we've mentioned before, that is a lot of what we're doing this summer, and with the additional unknowns of not knowing when the baby will come. Our due date is August 19th, so who knows if she'll come early, late, right on time. We'll see what she decides to do. So we'd love your prayers for that. And we have, never had a baby before, so we don't know what to expect. So.
Yeah, and there's just a lot of details to prep at the best of times. Without a baby on the way, there's still a lot of unknowns and prepping to do for fall launch. So a lot of prayers for that. And again, like we talked about, just being ready to hand it over to our staff so they can run it without us in case we're
if
not
needed.
there. Who knows? We might leave in the middle of an event. You never know. That would be exciting. Pray also then for our funding efforts this summer. Like we say, we need to build on our support team a little bit more. We're thankful to all of you for what we get to do and how you partner with us in prayer and in finances. And we'd love to invite more people to join us in that, to be hearing about what the Lord is doing at UCM.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the last one is just for the health of the baby. Like Coley said, we have many appointments already. Some a little earlier than we were expecting. Just nothing major, but just with some high blood pressure that I have. So they're just really monitoring things. And we're going to the doctor more than we anticipated. So please pray for, Raylyn, our daughter, her health. We just really appreciate you all and would love to be praying for you. So feel free to respond or send us a text or call us, and we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, we'd love to connect with you in some way this summer. So please feel free to reach out anytime. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Bye.